Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, September 19th, I believe, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. For some reason this week I have to plug in, I guess maybe because of iOS 8 and the Apple TV is not working, so I'm actually plugged in, which is a little bit awkward, so if things go bad, I apologize. Anyway, first up, Bing announced a few weeks ago, actually a couple weeks ago, saying that they released a new algorithm specifically targeting URL keyword stuffing, a penalty algorithm. This specific algorithm actually had an impact, a major impact on different sites, including 3% of queries were impacted by this, 5 million sites were impacted by this, and about 130 million URLs were impacted by this. This resulted in basically a reduction of about 75% of URL, keyword stuffed URLs showing up in the Bing search results. And Bing goes through a detail how they actually go ahead and detect, filter out these types of spamming techniques. So it's definitely an interesting post. We posted this on September 17th at seroundtable.com. Talking about penalties, Google, unconfirmed, nothing confirmed yet, but it looks like Google has or did penalize major Turkish news sites, including the CNN Turkey website as well, for, according to our reports, specifically around content keyword spamming. I believe these sites are no longer penalized. It was a temporary thing, but there was definitely a major buzz going around the community around those types of things. Google Sitelinks search box, which again looks like this, it takes people directly to their website. Now its publishers are claiming, and it actually works if I want to show it to you, publishers are claiming that in some cases it's taking you directly to, it's actually working, it's actually taking you directly to the site. So the Sitelinks search is basically this box here. I did a search for Zappos, and Google enabled you to add some certain schema that instead of doing internal Google search and taking you back to this Google search results, it actually can take you to the direct website. So if I type in Nike in here into the Zappo box, it takes me directly to, oh, that's annoying, takes you directly to a Nike search result set in Zappos website, as opposed to taking you to Nike search results in Google's results limited by Zappos. So that's a pretty neat feature, very, very nice. Talking about this, Google started to notify webmasters via Google Webmaster Tool saying, hey, try out our new Sitelinks search box. And it's actually promoting it heavily via email as well as via Google Webmaster Tools. Also around this, Google has shared some common mistakes that people have been implementing around this schema. And the two common mistakes include, if you replace the curly braces and all the inside of that search term, it leads to valid search. So don't use search term, use an actual search term in there. Don't just leave it like that. It has to know what to send it to. And two, the query input field must point to the string that's inside the curly braces in the search target. You can't just replace to search term. You have to actually use a search term, or else it's not going to work. Again, this is common, basic stuff, but they've been seeing this a lot, so they're letting us know about it. Oops. Sorry about that. Again, this whole connection tying me to a string onto a TV is kind of annoying, so I apologize. All right, so again, on August 12th, which was a little bit over a month ago, we migrated the Search Engine Roundtable, seroundtable.com, from HTTP to HTTPS. Migration is going really smoothly, actually. You can see here is a chart showing the drop-off in traffic from the HTTP version. So August 12th was around here, and you can see quickly Google stopped showing impressions for the HTTP site. But you can see on August 12th, Google started to actually show a lot more impressions for the HTTPS version. The cool, interesting thing is that you notice that my peak of impressions was about 1 million or so on August 5th. There was, the weekend and so forth. But the peak of impressions doesn't really go above much, about 700 to 800,000 impressions. So there's still a lot more work that has to be done. But on the Google traffic side, I only saw about a drop of that date range of about 2% in terms of traffic, which is not significant enough because the site gets a lot of news traffic and stuff like that. Although Bing and Yahoo are drastic. I see an 8% drop in search traffic from Bing and about a 9 to 10% drop in search traffic from Yahoo. So if you are making that transition, keep that in mind. It's very important to note. Google source links. So you know when you do a search and you get like answers like how old is Obama, and it gives you the answer and so forth like that. So I asked Google, why do they sometimes give credit and sometimes not to the actual webmaster site? And Google told us, and I'll quote, "When it's basic factual information you can find in many places, such as when Obama was born and how old is he and stuff like that, we just present it as is." They don't give source links. "When it's not widely known information or when we show relevant snippets from web pages, we typically do show the source, though we may not in cases where we're working directly with the source." So here's an example of not showing source links or feedback or credit links. Here's a case where they are showing a credit link, and here's a case where they are not showing credit link with not widely known, but they actually work directly with Apple to show this information. And then sometimes you ask, why does Google sometimes show randomized sources? So for example, here it's showing, we ask who is the president or the group, who's the Groupon CEO, and you can see in one case it shows Business Insider. Let me zoom that in a little bit. In one case it shows Business Insider, in the other case it shows Mashable as a source. And these are just the same search. I'm just signed in one and signed out in the other. It's interesting why Google does that, and why, I don't know. Next thing is Google, we reported yesterday, it was major news. Google Plus was dropping knowledge graph boxes. So if you did a search for the National Geographic, it used to show a follow button with circle counts and latest posts when you were signed in. And then even if you're signed in, it just shows this. Now Google told us this was a bug. It's bringing it back. Don't worry about it. It's coming back. But we thought it was a major Google Plus sign that Google Plus is going away again. But it's not. This is a new thing that we noticed, that Google reviews. So here's an example. Jade Wang, who works for Google, posted this on Google+. And it looked like some weird snippet with pictures of food and all this other stuff. I suspect she did this from her Google phone, leaving a review or something like that. But I couldn't replicate it. And it's a new view, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Jade didn't respond to me, but people agree this is definitely a new type of way of leaving a review that shows up in Google+. And just to let you know, the technical issues, the bug around the Google AdWords ad preview and diagnostic tool has been fixed. There was a bug preventing you to actually use those tools, and now they're actually working. Anyway, that pretty much recaps the Search Buzz video recap. Again, I apologize for the being tied to the TV. iOS 8, Apple TV update, lots of things in limbo. My iPhone 6 should be arriving hopefully soon. And anyway, thanks so much for listening. My name again is Barry Schwartz. Today is Friday, September 19th, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Everyone have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Bye.